Mike and Dave presented key financial highlights from the Pension Board's annual report. I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you about the due diligence involved in producing the annual report, and also to tell you about how we're expanding our capabilities as we transition into our second century of serving those who serve the church. Mike spoke about stewardship when he discussed our tight budgetary controls and our relatively low management fees. Stewardship extends to ensuring that we use the best practices in all aspects of financial management. Our governance practices are best in class. Each trustee is independent of management and complies with a strict conflict of interest policy. The board formally approved the financial statements and the annual report upon recommendation of the audit committee. We've adopted the same standards used by public companies for our audit committee. 2 of our audit committee members are financial experts as defined by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Our external auditors, Ernst & Young, and our internal auditor, RSM McGladrey, are retained based on recommendations of the audit committee, and they report directly to the audit committee chair, who approves all services and compensation in advance. All financial information presented in the annual report is the responsibility of management. In the report of management contained in the annual report, your CEO and CFO certify that the information has integrity and is objective, that U.S. generally accepted accounting principles were applied correctly and consistently, that the pension boards has an effective internal control system, and importantly, that we set the ethical tone by maintaining and enforcing the highest standards of conduct. The independent external auditors of the pension boards, Ernst & Young, perform their work according to generally accepted auditing standards. Included in the annual report is their opinion, which is a clean audit opinion. E&Y also reported that no material weaknesses in internal controls were noted during their audit. While the pension boards has 2 certified actuaries on staff, we retain external experts to review the annuity fund. After completing the annual actuarial valuation, James McPhillips of the Hay Group opined that the annuity fund was actuarially sound. The Hay Group also conducted a mortality study and concluded that our actual experience matched our assumptions so that no changes were required. Now I would like to highlight one of the important pages contained in the annual report. We received $354,000 in gifts and legacies in 2011, including 1 large bequest from the widow of Reverend Carl Filippi, who's the former area minister for the Massachusetts Conference. We value and appreciate the trust that each of these gifts and legacies represents. Now, Mike and Dave mentioned some of the challenges facing the pension boards, including healthcare reform and financial market conditions. As a complex financial services organization, we must also monitor and develop responses to legislative, judicial, and regulatory changes. We need to effectively navigate what often appears to be shark-infested waters. Mike Downs discussed the pension board strategy roadmap, including our aspirations to the year 2016. As we work to make our strategy a reality, we do so in a rapidly changing world with volatile market conditions where once-in-a-lifetime crises occur regularly. While the pension boards has been effective at managing risk over our long history, the initiative we've undertaken is a more formalized way of dealing with uncertainty. Enterprise risk management is a broad-based approach to help us achieve our goals and objectives. This slide shows the pension board's enterprise risk oversight model. From a governance perspective, the Board of Trustees has overall responsibility for enterprise risk management. A standing committee of the board was formed to oversee the risk management program. A committee consisting of the CEO and his direct reports was formed to lead the process of risk identification, risk assessment, and risk treatment. And we are raising the overall level of risk awareness throughout all departments and functions of the pension boards. Implementing enterprise risk management is a multi-year initiative, and we've made progress on our journey. We're using this formal framework to develop repeatable processes to identify, assess, and respond to risks. Controls, communication, and monitoring will enable ongoing learning and feedback loops to inform modifications to our strategy when needed. And why are we doing this? We expect to reap many benefits from ERM. Being increasingly proactive leads to avoiding crises. Developing institutional radar builds resilience and adaptability. Increasing effectiveness enhances our performance. Managing uncertainty around our ability to advance our mission, anticipate challenges confidently, address unexpected events quickly and competently, and enable us to take advantage of opportunities as they arise, thereby creating lasting value. By securing the long-term viability of the pension boards, this is true stewardship as we transition into our second century of serving those who serve the church.